So there's a recent controversy of Justice Chandrachud residing in his official bungalow way beyond his term ended. Your thoughts on the stay that extended beyond the permitted time, and also the fact that he is now being allotted another official residence by the government?
So, for the judges of the Supreme Court, earlier, even the Chief Justice of India, earlier the rule was that they could stay only 1 month after retirement in the official bungalow. Then in 2022, they amended the rule only for the Chief Justice of India, and it provided that he can stay in a bungalow for 6 months and he has to vacate the official bungalow the same day. He doesn't even get a single day in the official bungalow. Now, the way the system operates so far, or rather since independence, that judges have enough bungalows for all the judges. So, if there is a vacancy, if a particular judge has some problem, and there is no pressing need to allot it to somebody else because of there being a vacancy in the Supreme Court, they permit, the judges themselves, the Chief Justice of India himself permits the judge to stay on. In this case, since Justice Sanjeev Khanna, who had a 5-month tenure only, he was not shifting to the official bungalow, and when Chandrachud requested him that he could stay on in the official bungalow for some more time instead of moving in a category below type 7 bungalow, he permitted him to stay for, I believe, for 5 months. After that 5-month period got over, he had no right to stay anymore in that bungalow. At best, even if he were to do the relaxation of category 7 and stay in the same bungalow, he could have stayed only for 6 months. That period also ended in May because he retired in November, so that 6-month period ended in May. The rule does not permit him to stay in an official bungalow at all after that. Now, he would not vacate the bungalow nor request for any extension of stay. So, it was a very embarrassing situation. And I think, again, for the first time in the history of the Supreme Court had to write to the Ministry of Urban Development to get this bungalow vacated, which is unprecedented. Never it has happened that a judge has behaved in such a manner that the Supreme Court has to write to the government to get the bungalow vacated. When that controversy broke out, he said he's looking for private homes. But some brokers, keep contacting me. So they said, sir, we have been meeting him. He's not looking for a bungalow. So I was also a little surprised that why is he using the daughter? Why is he saying that he's wanting to shift to a private house? Lo and behold, when he ultimately vacated the CGI's residence after 2 months of overstay, so total 8 months of stay, he moved to 4th Murti Marg. Now, 4th Murti Marg is another type 8 bungalow, and there is no way that he could have been allotted a government bungalow after 6 months, because 6 months is the only period that too for a type 1 type below bungalow. Then I realized that probably he was waiting for this alternative government accommodation in the assurance of a quid pro quo with the government for having done something in his tenure, for getting some assignment, but he wanted to camouflage it. He wanted to camouflage it by saying that he's looking for a private bungalow, and then suddenly he's allotted a government bungalow, and then he moves into a government bungalow. So this is definitely some kind of a secret understanding between him and the government, which probably must have started while he was in office, and for whatever favors he may have done to the government, that government has now allotted him a government bungalow way beyond his entitlement. And obviously something is happening, something is going to come his way. He is going to be made something or given some appointment. And the government is delaying because the government didn't want it to feel as if it is something being given in lieu of the favors. So they wanted to, make it look as if it's a routine kind of a thing which has happened sometime. By his own conduct, actually, he has exposed himself completely that he's moving into this government bungalow after 8 months meant that he never was looking for a private bungalow, and this bungalow was getting ready and it was getting delayed, and because of which he overstayed in this house and ultimately moved into the government bungalow. So it's very sad, we expect this institution to be above board. We expect the Chief Justice of India to be, completely immune from pressures or from favors or looking for some, doles from the government. And the trust of the people in this institution is built on that premise Now, if that premise is broken, then the trust of the people on the institution gets eroded. And that is a very sad state of affairs, because even if yesterday, if you saw Justice Dhulia's farewell speech, he said a very interesting line about that small place in Lansdowne where he used to live. He said anybody who used to be in trouble, or if he was harassed, he would tell the other person that I'll get a stay from the High Court. That's the kind of confidence people have in the High Court and Supreme Court. So a common man's trust in this institution is that when I have nothing else to go to or nobody else to look at, nobody is helping me out, then I can go to the court and get an order from the court. If that confidence is shaken, if the people are not sure that, people at the helm of affairs in the judiciary are, also not approachable or are approachable, then just imagine the confidence of the people, especially when most of the time you're fighting against the government. Most of your litigation is, either it is the police or the government or some policy of the government. So that's the maximum litigation in court. So your being away from the government is a very, very, I would say, guarantee to the people of the country to be sure that they will get true justice.